So guys, we are going to create this kind of login form over here that is going to have certain border radius, and apart from this it is also going to have some box shadow as well. And when we get the mouse cursor on the submit button, it is going to increase its size with the help of the scale function that will be used with the help of the transform CSS property. So guys, over here let us create the login form folder in this case. So simply we are going to create another folder over here inside the HTML CSS projects. And then guys, apart from this, inside this login form folder we are going to create two files, that is the index.html file and the other file in order to handle the CSS properties. So we will have style.css file as the external CSS file over here. Now guys, what we will do is simply inside the index.html file we are going to write our HTML elements. So over here inside the title tag we are going to say login form in this case. So we are going to create a very simple login form over here, and also we are going to link the external style sheet with the help of the link tag over here, and the href attribute it is equal to style.css file in this case. So guys, simply we are going to create a form tag over here inside the container class, which will be represented by the div tag in this case. So guys, over here we have the container class with the help of the div tag, and then inside this we are going to create a form tag over here. Also we are going to assign the ID for this form tag. So over here let us provide the value as form over here. Now guys, simply we are going to have two fields in this case, that is username and password. So let me just provide the first input with the help of the type, that is text over here, and simply we are going to have the name as username and ID also equal to username over here. Let us also have couple of line breaks in this case so that the next input, that is password, can be displayed on the new line. So guys, over here we have the type is equal to password, and simply we are going to have the name and ID values as password over here, and then again we are going to have the line breaks in this case. And then guys, after this we are going to have the submit button over here. So simply we are going to have the input tag with the type button in this case, and the value must be submit, just like how we have in the other forms. So guys, let me just save this file now, and let us click on this go live button, so that with the help of the live server extension we are able to see our web page on the web browser, and whatever changes we make inside this particular HTML and the CSS files will be directly reflected on this particular web page over here. So as you can see, these are the two input boxes that we have provided, and this is the submit button. Now guys, let us provide certain CSS properties to all these HTML elements. So first of all, inside the form what we are going to do is we will have the h2 tag over here, and we will say field below form. So guys, basically this is the instruction to the user in order to fill the below form in this case. Also we are going to have certain background color for this div tag, which is represented by this container class. So let me just copy this class name, and inside the style.css file we are going to have the background color over here, and let's say we provide the background color as aqua color. Let me just save this file now. So if you notice that this particular color is getting displayed for the div tag, which is taking the entire width of the screen. So guys, we can reduce the width of this particular div tag by providing the width CSS property, and let's say we provide 30% as the width in this case. So basically we have reduced the width over here. Also we will provide the padding. So let's say we have the padding CSS property, and we provide the value as 20 pixels over here. So as you can see, we have provided the padding as well. And then apart from this, let us also get the div tag at the center of the screen by providing the margin is equal to auto, and also we will have some margin from the top side as well. So let's say we have 20 pixels of margin from the top. So as you can see, we are getting this div tag, that is the container class, at the center of the screen now. Now guys, let us say we want all these HTML elements, that is the input fields and the submit button, to be present at the center of this particular container. So what we can do is simply we can use the text align CSS property and provide the value as center over here. So as you can see, all the HTML elements are now present at the center of this particular container. Now guys, apart from this, we will also provide some placeholder over here so that the user comes to know what kind of data is expected over here. So inside the input tags, we are going to provide the placeholder, and then we will say enter username over here for the username input field, and also for the password field we are going to provide enter password in this case. So let me just save this file now. So as you can see, we are getting the placeholders over here. Now guys, what we will do is, for both these input fields, we are also going to provide certain padding in this case. So simply we are going to provide the IDs, that is username and password in this case. So since we are going to have the common CSS properties for both these fields, we are going to provide the ID and separate them by using the comma in this case. So guys, over here, what we want to do is, we want to provide the padding of, let's say, 5 pixels in this case. Let me just save this file now. So as you can see, there is certain spacing when the user provides certain data over here. Now guys, apart from this, we will also provide certain CSS properties to this particular submit button. So simply we are going to use the ID, that is submit, over here with the help of the hash character, and then let us provide certain background color first of all, and it will be the version of the green color. So guys, let us pick one of the colors in this case. So as you can see, this is the color that we want over here. Let me just save this file now, and as you can see, there is no color that is getting implemented over here. That's because we have not provided the ID to the submit button in this case. So let us do that as well. So simply we are going to provide the ID is equal to submit. So now if you see, there is the color that is getting displayed. Apart from this, we will also provide the padding of, let's say, 5 pixels over here. And then guys, after this, also we want some box shadow to be implemented. So let's say we provide the border as 1 pixels solid black color over here. So let us provide the black color border in this case. So as you can see, this is the black color border, and also let us provide the border radius as well before the box shadow. So we will provide the border radius of 5 pixels. So as you can see, this is the border radius. If I zoom in little bit, you can see there is a border radius that can be seen. So guys, after this, what we want to do is, also we will provide the box shadow over here. So simply we will provide the box shadow, and the horizontal and the vertical shadow, we want to keep it as 0 pixels, but we want to provide the blur effect. So let's say we provide the 5 pixels as blur effect, and the color must be black in this case. Let me just save this file now. So if you notice, there is a box shadow that is getting implemented over here for this particular submit button. Now guys, when we get the mouse cursor over here, the cursor icon must be updated to hand in this case. So simply we will provide the cursor, it is equal to pointer over here. So when we save this file now, as you can see, the cursor is now getting updated to the hand icon over here. And also we want it to scale little bit so that the size of this button increases when the user gets the mouse cursor on this particular button. So guys, what we want to do is, simply we need to make use of the hover pseudo class over here. So when we say submit followed by colon, we have something called as hover pseudo class. So in this case, simply we can make use of the transform CSS property, which is having scale as one of the functions. So guys, we need to provide the value of scaling over here. So when we provide 1.2, it is going to increase its size against the horizontal and the vertical dimensions. So when we save this file now, and let us see the changes. So as you can see, the button size is increasing now, and it is due to the scale function that we have used with the help of the transform CSS property. Also guys, we want a smooth transition when the scaling is happening. So simply we can use the transition CSS property over here. So we will use the transition CSS property, and in this case we want to transform it smoothly. So over here we will make use of this transform CSS property, and the time must be, let's say, 0.3 seconds over here. So simply we provide the time as 0.3 seconds. When we save this file now, and when we get the mouse cursor over here, there's a smooth transition that you can see right now as far as the scaling of this button is concerned. So guys, in this way we have created a simple login form over here. Instead of providing the string that is field below form, we can say login form in this case. So as you can see, this is the login form. Now guys, similar to the box shadow and the border radius that we have provided to this button over here, we can provide the border radius and the box shadow to this container as well. So what we will do is, inside the style.css file, for this container, simply we are going to define the border radius of, let's say, 10 pixels over here. So when we save this file now, as you can see, there's a border radius of 10 pixels right now, and also we want a certain box shadow over here. So let's say we provide a box shadow with the help of the blur effect over here, and we provide the black color as the box shadow. So as you can see, this is the black color box shadow that is getting provided to this container, that is the login form. And also we can provide multiple box shadows over here. So after providing comma, after the first box shadow, we can provide the second box shadow that is having 20 pixels of blur effect. And let's say we want the dark blue color this time, that will be spread across 20 pixels after the border of the container. So when we save this file now, you will notice that there is a dark blue color that is getting displayed after the border of the container, which is giving this particular login form a decent look over here. So guys, in this way, based on your project requirements, you can create attractive login forms so that the user can provide the username and password and any other details as per the project requirements. So guys, comment in the comment section below whether you have learned something out of this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to this channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. I'll see you in the next video where we are going to create more HTML and the CSS projects. So stay tuned.